told you all I'd give you an update once I went to the weight doctor, and so I've got actually a pretty lot to update y'all on. I am traveling, so I will be looking at the road, not you all. Let's see. The last thing you all were told was, so let's just kind of start from what I remember the last thing is, you all know. So you know I was supposed to go for an MRI on my back to check the scoliosis and the degenerative disc disease and the arthritis in my back to see how bad it is. So I did that on a Wednesday. On that Friday, I don't know what happened, but at 7 o'clock in the morning, I was walking down my stairs to go to work, and I missed 7 stairs. I was on the foyer, and the next thing I know, I was on the floor on the bottom downstairs. So I just completely missed 7 stairs. Didn't think much of it. My knees were hurting and stuff like that, but you know, I'm a big person. It's gonna hurt when you fall. But anyway, so I went all weekend and literally was in so much pain at nighttime that I was crying to God to take it away. Like that, it was either you're gonna have to take this away, give me some kind of relief, or you just gonna have to go ahead and kill me and send me on to heaven, because I couldn't do it. So anyway, I go to the doctor on the following Thursday. So I went for the MRI Wednesday, I fell Friday, went to the doctor Thursday, and I go in there and she, you know, just checking in how I've been doing, how my pain level is and stuff, and she goes, have you fell any since your MRI? And I said, yeah, I actually did. I fell, yeah, but it wasn't that big of a deal. It's no big deal. She goes, no ma'am, we need to do an x-ray again. And I said, okay, like, go ahead, you know, whatever. And so she comes back in the room and she goes, Melissa, you broke your back. And I was like, no, I didn't. She goes, yes ma'am, you did. And so it took a good 10 minutes for her to convince me that I actually had broken my back. But I know a lot of people are interested in it. So when you are a toddler or younger and you are like bent over and you can see the little bones in their spine, on my lower back, a couple of the bones have arthritis and degenerative disc disease and scoliosis. And then right under that, I broke 2 of the bones. So she said that it would heal on its own, but I'm on restrictions for 2.5 to 3 months. I can't lift anything over 20 pounds. I can't pull, push, or tug on anything that is over 10 pounds. So that's that. And I've got to be able to get up and down, stand and sit as needed periodically for pain. They did put me on some medication. She put me on a nerve pill for the pain at nighttime, and I already was on a most relaxer and anti-inflammatory for my ears, where they're treating me for TMJ. So anyway, so there's that. So I have a broke back. At this point, all I can do is laugh because there's just so much. And well, that Friday, I left town and went and drove it was supposed to be 5 hours, but it ended up being 6.5 hours or 7 hours, one of the two, to Boonville, Indiana, to support one of the Danny, which is the guy that part of the couple that I reconnected with back in October, to support him. And he sings with a group called Eternal Vision, which is all men. And 2 of the men in Eternal Vision has known me as long as I've known Danny, which was 24 years. And then one of the gentlemen in Eternal Vision has known me probably since I was a teenager. So I kind of grew up around them. And so I went up there. On Saturday, I went to Santa Claus, Indiana. I went seeing Santa. I was very disappointed that he was not there. He was at the the amusement park in Santa Claus, Indiana, and I didn't want to fool with that. So anyway, then I came back on Sunday. Well, then Monday, so MRI Wednesday, fell Friday. The following Thursday, I went to the doctor, found out I broke my back. On Friday, I left for Indiana. Sunday, I came back from Indiana. Monday, I had 2 doctor's appointments. I had an ear, nose, and throat doctor appointment, and then I had the weight checkup. And what you all are probably all here for, the weight checkup. So, sorry. I was on the shots, and the FDA does not approve for them to be compounded anymore after May 22nd in the state of Tennessee. I don't know if this is the whole United States thing or if this is just the state of Tennessee, but long story short, I've actually gained 10 pounds. So I had lost 62, I've gained 10 back, so I've technically lost 52 pounds since August 5th. I gained the 10 pounds back in 2 months. So that's 5 pounds a month. So I, of course, cannot afford the $1,000 shot for Ozempic, and it wasn't working anyway. So they took me off of that and they put me back on the Phentermine. Again, I can take that for 6 months continuously, and then I have to come off of it again. With that being said, I can tell you the Phentermine is working because I am not eating. I've not ate anything since Wednesday, and today is Sunday. I had some wings Wednesday night. And then I've not had anything since then. I just haven't been hungry. With that being said, when I got off Friday night, I left to go to Alabama to once again support Danny and Alice. They were at Fanfare in Fayette, Atlanta, and it was amazing. I did not get to go Friday night. It was 30 minutes from my motel room, and I didn't get to the motel till about 9:30 or 10, and I just thought it would already be over. Had an amazing time. I'm on my way back. I've got to be in Powell by 4. It's 2:37, and I am an hour and 15 minutes away. So that's kind of the update. I do go on at the end of May. I go for a thyroid appointment. It is like the first appointment. They are supposed to do biopsies of my thyroid and my parathyroid. So I will keep you all updated on that. And then, yeah, I think that's really all that's changed in the last couple of weeks, or like the update for the last couple of weeks. I wish I hadn't gained the weight back. I am to the point, I know it was the fact that, one, I have gotten off my diet, so I can't expect myself to lose weight when I'm not on my diet anymore. Like, I'm still not eating as much as I used to eat. I'm still not drinking Dr. Pepper and stuff. I've went solely to drinking Sprite, which I need to get back off of, and then, you know, of course, get back on my diet. But I can't solely be upset that the medicine didn't help when I'm not eating correctly, but I am kind of disappointed because I still wasn't eating much when I was on the Ozempic, but yeah, so that's kind of the update. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to comment, message me, whatever you want to do, however you want to get a hold of me. I've posted some videos from Fanfare of Rescue, which is Danny and Alice's group singing. Go check them out. They are amazing. And I will update you all. Like I said, my next doctor's appointment is the end of May. And hopefully that one will be the one that will tell me why I'm staying so tired and weak and exhausted all the time. And then I've got a doctor's appointment in June and 2 doctor's appointments in July. So that is all that I have for now, but